kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they have been hearing about that blowout loss now for a very long time. They had this game circled, David, all offseason, hoping to get that payback.
Oh, man, and you get all the quotes, all the people talking about all those blowhards on all the different networks. Us talking about how bad it was and how embarrassing it was. Now you get a chance.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
Up some valuable ground.
When you go on the road, man, oh man, you love hearing the crowd.
On the set.
More importantly, you love shutting the crowd up. There's no better feeling than coming out, getting that juice going, getting that confidence going, and getting that running game going right out and gashing right out the gates.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
On the double.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
Flex. Moves.
They've got him looking to run. Now they're going to throw it. Quick completion on the out. He's down to the 37-yard line, and that's where he goes out of bounds. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. He has enough to move the chains. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what do you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. Just get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just running the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game. I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it.
On 3rd and short, the power run here. Got it inside the 15. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
This opening drive has been all offense. Really good job. Nice scripted plays. Taking advantage, strung together a nice series. But here's all that matters for defense. We don't even care about yards anymore. Can I keep him out of the end zone? Great job right here. Step up.
Take him in for a touchdown.
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. You script the first 10 plays. That was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a T to start this game off.
He'll bring it back from inside. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys on each side when they have the football and they can go the distance? Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways and all the home runs.
And I didn't makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So, no doubt, the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
Lasso! Lasso!
On short, they'll try to throw. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. They bring the punter onto the field now. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on. The return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line.
On the ready?
And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work.
Longer!
Might be calling a
Longer!
hot route. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. And they took a shot on that one. Make the connection. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone. They did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Leave it with the back. Really good pickup on second down there. Leaves them with 3rd and 2. Trying to pick up a first down. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. How about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking out the huge game. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
There he goes. Marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice game.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film.
42
the option play. Nobody home. He just that's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll go to the toss. Just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown, at least for now.
Offense goes toss play to the right. Now, defensively, if you're going to stop these perimeter runs, your DBs better be able to get off blocks and go make a tackle. And right now, the secondary, they look like they're struggling trying to handle the run game.
The offense knocking on the door. 1st and goal.
Green 20.
They'll immediately call timeout.
Okay.
Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone.
Cricket.
They'll send the ball in motion. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Looking for block. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Here comes the offense back onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Back on the defense. To measure this one. To the ground, they're trying to move the chains. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't They'll try to convert from the Wildcat.
Spider. Ready, go. Ready.
They get him on the run, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter.
Ready, ready.
First play of the period, first down here.
Let's go.
Got him working run. He wants to throw.
Get there. Get there. On the
Gets it
ball.
to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to get the touchdown.
Get.
Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
Can.
And as a quarterback, when you're facing man coverage, you've got to find your best one-on-one matchup. That receiver did a tremendous job. Quickness, changing direction, out of his way, able to create separation. There was no question the quarterback was going to target that receiver on that play.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better read it because they're right back on the line to call another play.
He's there to make
Hurry,
the stop,
hurry.
and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
It's complete. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive.
Ready, go.
Snap to the back. They roll over him. Nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a
On the ready.
disaster. Here comes the Wildcat. Watch out here.
Set. Ready.
Gets the back moving.
Ready.
Snap to the back. Get there. A fourth down stop.
Nice job by the defense on fourth down, bowing up,
Got
getting
it.
physical, stopping the run, shutting down that fourth down play. Really good job by this defense.
Toss to the left. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets him out to the 25-yard line.
And winning first downs is a priority
Ready,
for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned.
Cut.
You can't get physically beat at the point of
29
attack.
Philly.
You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down. So then getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this
Ready,
defense.
set.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down.
Moves.
They want to run this quarterback.
Go! It's run! It's run!
He has the first and still on his feet. He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues
On
to
the
be
set.
key. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Go. Set.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got it in stride inside the 20. Touchdown. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in week 5?
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all three phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
And he takes this from inside the 5. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive.
On the double.
Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to
Out,
start is
55,
right
wait.
now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and
Ready
we'll
up.
take a break to check him out. These guys are bringing serious
Flash.
heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Looking downfield, it's Etienne. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah,
Okay.
nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the defense.
Fires one high and
and he does the rest with the catch and then striding it into the end zone.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Fielded in the end zone. It's Blunt. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And now the offense will come onto the field again. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution.
Out of space. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats. You look to be backed up, and then suddenly you're not. Big play has them across the 50, first and 10. Going for it all. That's a touchdown.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And now this offense will take the field again. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Leaves it with the running back.
On the ball!
Maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to go fast.
On the ball!
Maybe pick up a couple. He's down at the 24. How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? Motion from the back. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up.
Check!
Picking up the first down, they have it at the 36.
Man, this offense, they needed that one in the worst way, right? They're getting blown out in this game so far, and as we get close to halftime, they've got to be able to put a good drive together. They've got to be able to come away with a touchdown here, close the gap a little bit going into the second half.
Jackrabbit! Ready, go!
He'll keep it himself. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Offense lining up quickly. Wants to fire on 2nd down. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
On the ready!
Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again.
Here we go!
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
Fires the big fella.
Cheetah!
A completion.
Ready,
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I love this guy. Get out of my sights. Nice job by the defense.
A quick tackle made, but he's got ready for the first down. First snap in the red zone on this drive. And this one will be stopped for no gain. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. So now it's 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Etienne. Got rid of it just in time.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. He splits the uprights. That cuts the lead down to 28-10.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25.
Ready up.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line.
Green 20.
To the air on first down. Under fire. Slings it downfield. Complete to the right. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football with success. Nice job of just breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the start of it.
He'll put total leather and get this second half started. On the run from inside his own goal. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Now this offense is back on the field.
Set. Hut.
Trying to set the tone on the ground in the third. Now they've got a little room to work their way out to the 28 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. You got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down.
It'll be interesting to watch this offense really down the stretch because they can't really have that balance, especially when
Get there.
Explosive play for the first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Ocean from the off the play fake on first down. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
there's nothing better than being a defensive lineman and a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
Shotgun inside here. Maybe a 3-yard pickup.
On the ball!
Coming up. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Back to throw, it's Etienne. Looking deep down the right side. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be fourth down. And here comes the field goal unit. This is going to have to be unleashed from 4 yards out. That is no good. Couldn't find a way to draw closer. Still an 18-point hole.
On the ready.
Sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Got it.
Behind the chains now on
Black
second
24.
and long.
Black 24. Spider.
Sends it back in motion. Here they're trying to get to the edge. Oh, he's got some space. Shows out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the +42.
Ready,
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
2-9 Philly. Ready.
Looking to throw on first down. The throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down
Ready,
coming.
set.
They're dealing with a second and long.
Moves.
Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Got his man on the run. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
On
Nice
the set.
job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was.
Pound,
I got to
55,
go get
here,
that first down. Did a nice job.
Clear.
Gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. Man down on the play as the officials take a
On the
break to
double.
let him be checked out. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short.
Slab.
Back in motion.
Pretty
Trying
good.
to get a pick. Quick toss. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Ready
This
up.
offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they're going to keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field and lead the ball. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Ready.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone.
Here we go. Travel. Ready.
They'll try to get outside. Bounces into the end zone for a touchdown. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
So, guys, we'll see this offense again. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, it can definitely be frustrating, and I think it leads you to say maybe.
He wants to take the top off. He's got it. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
And, man, he had nobody around him. That has got to be embarrassing for this defense. When you let someone that deep
42
downfield
Spider.
go
42
completely
Spider.
uncovered.
Dropping back, it's ETN. Right down the middle. That pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Well, QB had the look he wanted. You like throwing slants against man coverage. That time, though, got to be a little bit more accurate with the throw, and it falls incomplete.
Come on, set.
Fired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
On the ready.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. No secret what he needs here. Makes the catch and gets the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. Zings it complete to the right. Here we go. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
Well, how about the offense defense setting that play up. We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
Ready, set.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll send it back in motion. Looks as if he's going to run it. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They're trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
They get him down with this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that.
Ready,
They'll try to get it in with the run.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of interest in this CUSA showdown today, so let's catch you up to speed on things. The home team has the lead right now, but this crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. The away team is hanging in there, but they're going to need something to break their way, and soon.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Okay, ready?
Now on 2nd down.
Get set, get set.
Defense playing a bail technique. He'll do it himself. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments.
Ready, ready.
They're facing a 3rd down.
Easy.
Head on the sneak.
Alert, alert, right? Quarterback under center. You're thinking quarterback sneak on short yardage. Defensive lineman, great job. You got to get that penetration. You just can't let them go straight downhill. Make that thing bow. And I always love how you see guys diving over the top. Great effort by the defense. Great stop.
Needs it to keep the play alive.
Let's go.
He'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
Got it.
This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? Running until they stop him. He's got it again. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12.
Spider.
Dropping back, it's Etienne. Grabs it in the middle. Into the end zone for a touchdown.
His 2nd receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. That's number 2. They've got to start playing some better defense, and the three's coming soon.
And he tacks on the extra point. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over. They'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. Not much drives or anything. Waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, Dave.
Yeah, and it's just keep doing what you've been doing. Let's just keep piling until they find an answer.
He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the option. The pitch. And a good solid pick up there before the defense knocks him down.
This offense is just like Novocaine. Like, just give it time. It just keeps working. It's a slow death, right? Like, they continue to just chip away. Nice first down play. Nice read. Get it to the pitch man.
Double.
Sets up a great second down opportunity.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's second and... Rides the back and leaves it. Got the momentum to the goal. And into the end zone for a touchdown. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Anytime you've got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, everybody doing their job, and that helped lead to the home run.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18.
Ready up.
Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field.
Here we go.
Looking for a crease. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be 3rd down. And now this offense will try to overcome that 2nd down incompletion. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw. It's Etienne. Coming through with that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down.
Let's go.
Great pass, it's complete. He'll be forced into bounds. Let's mark it at the 48-yard line as this offense continues its work.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like, understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with some discipline. Trying to sneak the screen in. They were ready for it. Nice job by this defense.
On the ready.
Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down.
Here we go.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Keep the ball, but they did not. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50.
Set.
They'll start this drive going to the air. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back. Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack.
Cut.
Quarterback may change this route.
Acorn. Pilot. Ready.
Going to swing it on second down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up. And if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Rushes on him. Missed it. Incomplete.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive.
Igloo! Igloo!
He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensive with a huge negative play.
And that is good versatility.
On the double.
Big hit from the backer in pass coverage. Now facing a third. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep on the left side. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it. You got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They're mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense.
42
Motion from the
Spider.
back.
4-2 Spider.
Looking downfield on first down. Got the quick pass.
That play was designed to go to the running back. They were hoping they were going to get man coverage, and one-on-one, that back is going to win that matchup every single time.
Offense gets set for second down.
Cobra.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Okay, ready?
Inside the 15, first and 10 from
Razor,
the 14.
razor. Here we go.
Down the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock.
Right.
We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day. Like just balance,
Green
rhythm, timing,
25.
play calling.
Timber.
Everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day.
Lets it go to the end zone. In his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal.
Tuna.
Quarterback making checks. Back to throw. Looking for the score. And that one is picked up in the end zone. And he'll be
first, and how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Try to run through it. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
How nice is it as a play caller when you've got a running back as good as this guy, right? I mean, you can just dial up conservative run calls. Nothing has to be too tricky, too fancy. You just know he's going to go make good things happen. Even when it's not blocked properly, he is still finding ways to rip off long runs. This guy now has over 150 yards rushing. He's slowing down, guys.
The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
On the set.
That last catch puts him over 150 yards receiving on the day.
Reese, this defense has no answer for this guy. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's run or who's been covering him. They just can't stop him.
Good job. He tapped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
On the double.
Backed up now. Here's second and long.
And this defense has put a game together. It is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. He'll take a shot. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone.
It's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch. Some
First down still on his feet. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
Ready?
Now on first down from the 28.
Clear. Clear.
Looking to throw on first down. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field are forcing incompletion in the last one.
Strong belief in this running game as he powers his way ahead and picks up 8. Then 1.
Ready.
They're in field goal range here on fourth down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. And he slides to avoid the hit.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other.